Now, I know talking about money, finance, responsibility, it's not sexy. Look, the way I handle my finances, it's a party. I'm not the most responsible. I definitely went over my budget, but I'm finna celebrate my wins and show you how I'm gonna fix the mistakes I made. I'm 25 years old, I live alone in Washington, D.C., and I'm gonna show you my payday routine. We're gonna go over my rent and bills. Yes, this is that kind of video, getting all up in my business. Okay, you're basically like my future wife. We're gonna go over the everyday spending, and I'm gonna try to justify how I spend almost $800 in food, $1,300 in tech, and if you stay to the end of the video, I'll show you how I'm planning a trip to New York for my grandma's birthday. We're also gonna go over my savings accounts, investments, and you're gonna get a look at everything. All the timestamps are gonna be linked below, so let's get right into it. So for everybody that thinks I have it all together, you've been bamboozled. My biggest issue this month was I was not really monitoring my spending. I was taking the FIA approach. What does that stand for? The f it attitude. In the African American vernacular, to cop means to buy, purchase, acquire. A cop is a once in a lifetime purchase. It means you have to get it right now or you will not have the opportunity later. At least that's what I tell myself. So let's go over those first. Bang. I want you to guess how much this costs. Put it in the comments before you look at what I put on the screen. Come on. Wait, I just realized I was not talking in the mic, but like, come on. Again, it's a cop. I also got these two Kill Crew shorts, one in the bandana print, and then one in like a spring flower, cherry blossom flower type thing. For a long time, I was restricting myself of purchasing clothes, and I think that just made me go crazy this month. I would really love to wear this jacket for the rest of the video, but it's gonna keep making that sound, so we gotta go back to the Coca-Cola hoodie. Now let's look into the real damage I did with my tech purchases. I got me a new mic. I really wanted to step up my quality in my YouTube videos, so I got the DJI One mic. So this was like $250, but I think it was completely worth it. I also got my first MacBook. Ooh, she is pretty. Damn. I'm trying to make sure there's an apple on here, not a pear. Oh, can you see that? Damn, I have never had a MacBook, y'all. New videos coming soon. But yes, those were my big pickups for the month. And I wanted to start the video off with that, you know, again, to make this exciting. I know going over your money isn't the most exciting thing, but, you know, we should feel empowered with our purchases, not feel like ashamed of them. Yes, I spent a lot of money on this stuff. The laptop was like $1,100. The mics were like $230. The clothes together were like $150. But again, I'm not trying to beat myself up over it because I'm damn sure I'm not finna return it. And I know already how I'm gonna work on fixing this issue. Another reason that I make these videos is that so anybody that's, you know, trying to work on living alone or to get their finances together, you know, you could get a peek at what other people are doing, kind of compare it to your situation, see where you can move money or spend less. Not saying you should do what I do, but again, make your own better informed decisions. So now let's go over my rent and bills. This one's going to be pretty quick. So I spent a little under $1,900. My rent and parking is about $1,500 combined. We have my kickboxing and other fitness class memberships, my internet bill, and car insurance. I'll go over this again in savings, but keep in mind that my phone bill is paid every 6 months because I have Mint Mobile. My student loans are on forbearance, and I do not have a car note because my car is paid off. Now we're going to go over my everyday spending. I know what you're looking at right now. Spent over $800 on food. I don't know, how much do y'all spend on food per month? Like, drop it in the comments, because I'm kind of curious. I would like to spend like $500 on food a month, but it just doesn't typically work out like that. I'm lazy. I don't like cooking. Chick-fil-A has my heart, but I'm working on it, okay? This month I'm actually gonna make a plan to cook more instead of eating out so much. But I spent a combined $778.84 on food. We'll go over the shopping budget next. I already talked about this in the cops section. Each of those Kill Crew shorts were like $60 a piece. The jacket was $20. I bought some Calvin Klein drawers and a couple other things like books and face moisturizer. Next, we'll go to auto and transport. The only thing that really put me over the budget was the fact that I had a ticket, which was about $45. Other than that, I really just pay for meters and gas. Entertainment and rec. This month, I really just went to a couple poetry events. I went on a date, got some food with my mom. Software and tech, we did good. But no, the only reason that it's lower is because I have an actual business category now, and I moved my Canva membership into that category. But yeah, here we just pretty much have Apple Music, YouTube Premium, and like a couple other small things. I spent like $90 in gifts. I think got my dad some shoes, bought some stuff for my little sister. You'll see I have a category that says income and spending from others. So that is either like me giving money to people that I'm expecting back, or like say you go out to eat and like you put everything on one person's card. Like I wouldn't just put that in my dining out budget. Usually every month this ends up canceling out because the other person like gives me the money back, but this money that just didn't happen. So I got to keep, that in mind. Like I said, I have this business category now. We have my refurbished MacBook Pro, which was $1,100. Got my DJI mics. Again, we have the Canva membership, and I did get a little baby tripod. Now for the exciting part. Like I mentioned, I'll be going to New York with my grandma for her birthday, and my stepmom's coming along. So my grandma's birthday is actually in the middle of June. Shout out to the Cancers. But I got invited to do a poetry event out in New York and decided to just make a weekend out of it. Take my grandma up there and treat her. And so that's gonna be like her birthday gift. Now, I was completely planning to, pay for her original trip that I was planning in June. But because it got moved up, I have to move some stuff around with my budget. And I'm going to talk about that in the next part in my savings. But yes, we are going to be taking a train up to New York and a flight back. And we're going to be staying for 3 nights. So you're going to see the hotel. It's about $900 for the 3 nights. And I'm going to make a whole video on using my first premium travel credit card and how I use the points to save money. Such as this, like I'm pretty much, like the entire hotel was covered, which is like just fire. So this actually cancels out. It is not showing in the overall price. I also used some travel credits to cover the flight, and I paid for it like in the Capital One portal, so you're not actually seeing the full thing, but the full flight was $309.30. And then this is the price for 2 tickets on the train, and this is $182. I actually have another like $100 worth of travel points, so that would cover half of this. So really you could take off like $100 from the overall price kind of if you wanted to. But yes, using the sign up bonus with my new credit card allowed me to cover this hotel, which I'm just extremely blessed for. I've never used travel points and stuff like that before, and I never knew how that stuff worked, and I'm excited to eventually be able to share that experience when I get all the logistics. Now I'm going to show you how I use my savings accounts to draw down. Am I using that term right? But yes, I'm pretty much going to be transferring some money from my savings accounts for the things that I have saved up to cover some of the expenses that I went over with throughout last month. This is actually like the exciting part for me. Like having these savings categories makes me excited. Well, it makes me like want to be more disciplined when it comes to, my spending throughout the week, so I can add to these buckets, and it gives a visual representation of how I'm moving forward to the exciting things that I want to do throughout the year. I did start saving for my laptop. Got 25 bucks there. I had saved up about $400 for my tattoo, which I am a bit sad to have to delay, but again, will be well worth it to go to New York with my grandma. And then I think I had saved about $600 to $700 in vacations, and so I put just all of that into my grandma's birthday category. And I'm pretty much going to keep everything else the same. I'm going to add a bit to my phone bill, but I'm just not going to really add to any other categories. I don't have a whole bunch in my regular emergency savings, but I am going to have to draw down a bit of that to be able to cover this laptop and this mic. I also have to pay like $1,300 in taxes, which again is like another rent payment. Again, if you think I have it together, on my W-2, I think is what the form is called, I got the purpose for withholdings and exemptions mixed up. And if you didn't know, these things are like completely opposite. Like one says, leave more money in my check so I can have it in my bank account now, and one says take more money out in taxes, and I got them mixed up, so I have to pay like a whole bunch in taxes. I do have $1,000 in my Roth IRA, and I'm glad that I did get to purchase my target date fund last month, but I'm not going to add anything in here this month since I went a little crazy. But I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to assess my situation, not be scared to look at my bank accounts when I make a mistake, and just make adjustments. And I'm not an expert, but this is from a beginner to a beginner. And if you're trying to take more control of your spending and learn more about money management, you should check out this video right here. Have a great morning, evening, night, and see you in the next video.